gentlemen, and I just want to say thank you so much, Kimberly, for that phenomenal introduction, and I just want to let you know that it's truly a pleasure for my husband and myself to be in business with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to welcome you to Project 1000. I don't know if you got on this call tonight because you heard from Kimberly that you can lose 5 pounds in 5 days, or perhaps you're looking for a way to change your health, or perhaps you heard that we are going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures in 2016. But whatever your reason is, I want you to know that this call was not intended to be a very large call, but a private call of some very special people in Kimberly's life. See, she has some top positions available as she is launching what we know to be an opportunity of a lifetime. And guess what? She thought about you first. So I heard so many of you guests jumping on the line tonight. I heard King and Derica and Maria and Miss Solomon and Miss Phillips, and so many different people that I know that I was unable to catch the names that are jumping on this call as she is launching the biggest project of her life. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as Kimberly mentioned, my husband and I, we have been in the industry of network marketing for over 20 years. And I tell you, I'm excited because I am honestly just landing into Miami, Florida from a trip in which we have actually been in 3 cities in 3 days, from Atlanta to Orlando to the DMV, the DC area, and honestly excited because lives are being changed. But can you imagine being in an industry for over 20 years and never having any success? Can you imagine showing up to work and never getting a paycheck? Well, that has been our story for about 20 years, until about 16 months ago, when this phenomenal company came into our life that Kimberly has invited you on this very private call to hear about tonight. And because of this opportunity coming into our life, I want you to know that our lives have completely been changed. So I want to make sure that all of you take off of your emotional hat and put on your business hat tonight. You know, whether you got on to hear about the products or whether you got on to hear about this opportunity, because you truly have been put in the midst of something that is absolutely going to change the entire world. See, Kimberly invited you to this call tonight to be able to hear about some phenomenal products that are life-changing, but not only to be able to hear about some products, but because she has some top positions available in her organization as she is launching this project. And guess what? She thought about you first to allow you to lock in these first top positions. See, just to share a little with you about myself, about my husband and I, before I actually get into this call, we actually, as I mentioned, have been in this industry for a while. And as a result of us saying yes 16 months ago, our lives were completely changed. See, we ended up stepping out on faith. I don't know if anybody on this call tonight has ever stepped out on faith, but we did because we were sick and tired of being sick and tired. Perhaps there's somebody on this line that can kind of relate to that. My husband is that man who has always worked that 6-figure year job as an engineer, but we still found ourselves living paycheck to paycheck. So about 16 months ago, we embarked on what we call the McCray family adventure, and we packed our bags with our 3 younger children, left Atlanta, Georgia, and made a decision. You see, sometimes in life, you just got to decide. And so that's what we did. We made a decision, and we moved our family down to Miami, Florida. Well, I want you to know that we had a plan, but we did not have the full plan in hand. And as a result of it, ladies and gentlemen, we looked up, and by December of 2014, corporate America had failed my husband yet one more time, where we looked up right before the holidays, and there was no paycheck, which meant there was no work for him to do. And as a result of that, not knowing, we had said yes to this opportunity, and we began to build this business in November of 2014. But by January of 2015, we looked up, and for the first time in 26 years of marriage, we found ourselves homeless with our 3 younger children living in the home of our coach, Miss Stormy Wellington, who just so happens to be the #1 female network marketer in the entire world, who is also like a sister to us. So she allowed us to move into our house, literally with our kids sleeping on air mattresses, and we were packed into a room All of us broke trying to figure it out, but guess what? This opportunity had come into our life. Fast forward, ladies and gentlemen, the very thing that I had visualized, my husband and I, for over 20 years began to happen. And by February of 2015, we looked up and we were able to cross the stage of this company holding up a $22,000 check. But fast forward, ladies and gentlemen, this company has truly been able to bring restoration to our household because we have been able to earn $250,000 in less than 7 months' time, and we're able to earn over $500,000 our very first year in this opportunity. And I don't say that to impress you, but to impress upon you that what Kimberly has put you in front of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is an opportunity that offers change. Not just financially, but also for your health, because we have some phenomenal products that I am about to introduce to you. So enough about me, because this call is not about me, but it's about all of you guests who have been invited on this very private call tonight by Kimberly to hear about an amazing opportunity. So now the name of this company is called Total Life Changes, and I'll refer to it as TLC. You see, Mr. Jack Fallon, who's our CEO and founder, he started this company 16 years ago from his garage with just one single product. You see, he had a mission, and his mission was to provide us with high-quality, all-natural products that would offer us immediate results, sustain wellness, and that would give us a normal quality of life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what Kimberly has put you in front of tonight is an opportunity that is proven. We are not on trial because we have already stood the test of time. But what she has put you in front of tonight is a ground floor opportunity because we're just getting started here in the United States about 2 years ago. So that represents timing and positioning. That represents formulation stages. That represents you have the opportunity to get in front of a movement that is about to change the entire world. You see, we are a global business, ladies and gentlemen. All of you guests that I heard jumping on this line tonight, imagine saying yes tonight and having a global business around the entire world, because we are already shipping in 190 countries worldwide. We also tap into 8, not one, but 8 of the most powerful recession-proof industries in the entire world. The first one is the weight loss industry. We also tap into the health and wellness industry. Also, for all of you on this call tonight that may need a little energy boost, we have something for you. We also have a complete coffee line for all of you coffee lovers listening in tonight. And we're also doing something over here that has never been done before. Ladies and gentlemen, we are saving marriages and relationships because we tap into the sexual performance industry. We also have a complete skincare line that is anti-aging in every aspect. And for all of the ladies on this call tonight, that you wear some type of garment, some type of reshaping garment, you look good, but you are in pain, guess what? We have the answer for you. It's an internet-based business that you can build from the comfort of your home. So imagine rolling out of your bed every day and just walking into your kitchen or into your office and being able to build a global opportunity. So let me go ahead and just share with you a few of my favorite products on this call tonight, because we actually have over 40 life-changing products. But let me start off with the first industry, the weight loss industry that actually changed my life 16 months ago. We have a product called the IASO T. It's our flagship product. And I want to ask you a question. Who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? Because that is what this product would do. See, what it is it's a detox tea packed with 9 herbs, no stimulants, and you simply drink it twice a day. And guess what? You are going to lose the weight. It's packed with 9 herbs, holy thistle, papaya, chamomile, and I can go on and on. But this is a tea that you drink, and it is literally going to cause the weight to fall off. So I can remember the day when Coach Stormy Wellington handed me this little pack of tea, and she shared with me that it would help me to lose some weight. And I told her 2 things. I said, 1, I am not touching another network marketing opportunity. And ladies and gentlemen, it's truly because we were tired. We had tried so many different things over the last 20 years. And so we were really about to do something different. But when she went on to let me know that this product would help me to lose some weight, I didn't believe her. I threw it in my purse, didn't think anything else about it. But I want you to know, Miss Wellington ended up giving me a call about 2 weeks later. And she went on to share with me that this tea had done something phenomenal for her. She drank it, and within 24 hours, it sent her to the restroom. Now, that may not sound huge to you, but she's someone who could not use the restroom on a regular basis since the age of 13 without taking all kinds of prescription drugs and over-the-counter medicines. And so as a result of this tea, sending her to the restroom, it had truly changed her life. So she reached out to me because she ran out and she wanted this little pack of tea back. And I was about to give it back to her, but then she messed up and she went a little further. She went on to let me know that a friend of hers had been drinking this tea and had lost 17 pounds in 2.5 weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know, at that time, let me just share with you where I was. I was already in the gym. I had gained some weight, and the workout regimen was not quite going the way that I intended it to go. Perhaps there's somebody on this call that can relate to that tonight. Well, I ended up telling her, you know what, Coach, you cannot have this pack of tea back. It was at that time I ended up pulling it out, began to drink this product, and I want you to know I'm so excited because not only has this company been able to change our lives financially, but it changed my life physically because I was able to lose 20 pounds in 31 days as a result of this phenomenal product. Now, we have some other amazing weight loss products if you're someone who wants to drop weight a little quicker. We truly have the weight loss industry on lock. Perhaps this one product you may have heard of. It's called the HCG. You simply do the drops, and you're going to lose about 2 to 4 pounds a day. Now, this one comes with a 500-calorie diet plan if you're able to maintain a diet plan, and you simply do the drops and the weight will fall off. I remember Coach Stormy Wellington doing the HCG early on, and she was able to drop about 10 pounds in 7 days. Now, if you're someone who likes to work out, we don't recommend that product. Instead, we truly have the solution for your New Year's resolution, because we all know that the number one New Year's resolution, ladies and gentlemen, is to lose weight. And right now, it's already March, and I can guarantee you that 75% of the people out there have already quit because it's not quite going the way that they intended it to go. Well, the resolution is a little different. You're still going to drop those 2 to 4 pounds a day. The difference is that you can now maintain a 1,200-calorie diet plan. And if you're a guest on the line tonight, invited by Kimberly, and you like to work out, this is the product for you. So we truly have the answer for your weight loss goals. But let me share this last one with you. And before I go into a few of the other products, can you imagine laying down tonight and waking up thinner tomorrow? Because we have a product called the Slim PM that you can drink at night, and guess what? You are going to be lighter in the morning. Now, the next industry that we tap into, ladies and gentlemen, is the health and wellness industry. Very powerful industry, just simply because the baby boomers are sick and tired of taking prescription drugs, and we have some phenomenal products that are absolutely life-changing. But I'm going to share with you my favorite one tonight. It's called our NutriBurst, a liquid vitamin that's packed with 72 minerals, 19 amino acids, everything your body needs. You see, 1 tablespoon is like you eating 10 salads a day. And it's very interesting because bodies require about 104 minerals a day, and 1 tablespoon of this is actually going to give you 72 of those minerals. And so this is a product that you can take, and it's going to give you energy. It's going to do a lot of different things in your body. So my 91-year-old dad, and of course we don't make any medical claims or income testimonies here. All we do is share our stories. But my dad is 91, and about 6 months ago, he stopped responding to us. And he was not communicating when we'd ask him a question. His memory was getting worse. So I ended up putting him on our NutriBurst. Ladies and gentlemen, fast forward, I want you to know that my dad now, 6 months later, is having full-blown conversations, and his memory has gotten a whole lot better. So I am thankful for the NutriBurst because it has truly given my 91-year-old father back his life. Now, for those of you listening in tonight, invited by Kimberly, and you're saying, you know what, Kimberly, I'm feeling a little tired. I need a little energy boost. Well, we truly have the answer for you with an all-natural product called the NRG, that stands for Natural Raw Energy. And what's so phenomenal about this product is not only is it going to give you some energy, but it is also going to burn some fat because it burns about 300 to 600 calories a day. We have a young lady by the name of Miss Shanita Foster, who this product changed her life. See, she was dependent upon Monster drinks, and I don't know, perhaps someone on this line tonight is dependent upon drinks like those. And if you are, we want you to get rid of them because they are unhealthy. Well, she ran into Miss Wellington one day with that Monster in her hand, and Miss Wellington said, you know what, try my NRG, and I guarantee you'll be looking for me in 20 minutes. Well, not only was Miss Foster looking for her in 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, that product actually recruited her over here into our organization, and she's someone that has never done direct sales before, never done any type of network marketing, and she was able to also cross the stage earning over $200,000 in less than 1 year's time. And I just want to let you know that results are not typical. However, we truly are not typical people. And our compensation plan, as I share with you later on, you will realize that it is not typical either. Now, for all of you coffee lovers on the line tonight, we have a complete coffee line, gourmet coffee that is absolutely phenomenal. Our black, our latte, our mocha, even hot chocolate that's infused with a very powerful herb called Ganoderma that you can go ahead and write down and Google the many benefits of. But I just want to share with you my very favorite one, which is called the Cafe Delgada. Imagine sipping on your daily cup of coffee and losing weight, because that is what this product is going to do. It's our slimming coffee. And so we're excited about this because we can now sip on our cup of coffee and lose weight. So I believe in being a product of the product, and I put this one to the test. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know I was able to lose 6 pounds in 48 hours from doing what I already do every day, which is sip on my cup of coffee. Now, remember I shared with you that we also are doing something over here that has never been done before in this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, we are saving marriages because we tap into the sexual performance industry with two all-natural, yes, all-natural products that are truly bringing back the vibrancy in the bedroom. The first one is the Strike Up, which is going to enhance stamina in men for up to 24 hours, likened to that little blue pill. The only thing is it's all natural, so there are no negative side effects. And then we have the Love for Women, which is going to increase libido in women for up to 72 hours. So these two products are truly restoring the bedroom atmosphere. And we're excited because we truly are calling these the Weekend Fun Pack, and it's helping to change a lot of lives around the entire world. Now, we have a complete skincare line, from your day cream, your facial scrubs, to all natural chemical peels, some very powerful products that I just want to focus on a few that I am really, really excited about. The first one is called our Slim R. Now, this is a thermogenic lotion, ladies and gentlemen, that we are bathing in, okay? Basically, what this product is going to do is burn the belly fat, burn any fatty tissue, but it's also going to tighten the skin, help to remove cellulite, and I tell you, absolutely amazing. That is the Slim R. But we also have another product that I am really excited about. Ladies, can you imagine going from no lashes to eyelashes in a matter of seconds? Because we also just came out with the 3D fiber lashes. But let me talk about this one product that I'm really, really excited about because it is truly changing lives around the world. We have this product called the EMU oil, EMU, and that E stands for absolutely everything. So you want to write this down and Google the many benefits, because this product helps to eliminate all kinds of pain, neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, any kind of pain that you can think of. But not only that, it also regrows hair. So for the ladies that wear wigs and weaves and braids, and you look up and there's no edge line, guess what? It is growing back in the edge line. For the gentlemen, if that landing pad is beginning to happen in the top of the head, guess what? It will grow back in that landing pad. But not only that, this product also helps with every kind of skin issue that you can think of. And I tell you, absolutely phenomenal. We were actually in the D.C. area this past weekend, and as we present these products, we always allow people in the audience to try them so that we can get an immediate testimony. And so there was a gentleman in the audience that we gave some of the immune oil to. And after a few minutes, he stood up and he wanted to share his testimony. And he went on to let us know that he had chronic back pain. Now, mind you, no medical claims. We just simply share stories. Chronic back pain, that nothing would help, no prescription drug, nothing, severe pain. We put the immune oil in his hands. He ended up rubbing it on his back. And ladies and gentlemen, he stood up in the back of the room and told us that he was absolutely, completely pain-free. And not only that, that product caused him to say yes to this opportunity because it had completely changed his life. So that is the immune oil you definitely want to check out. For all of the ladies on the line tonight, if you wear some type of shapewear, you look good, but you are in pain, remember I said we have the answer, because we have some garments that are actually medical grade garments that are thermogenic, that are going to reshape you. They will lift, shift, and give you in all the right areas. And for the gentlemen on the line tonight, no, it's not a girdle, but we have a shirt called the O'Fallon that is going to pull in those abs and give you some phenomenal back support. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, you've been able to hear about a few of our phenomenal products that I am truly excited about. Now, these products could stand alone if there wasn't a compensation plan attached. However, Kimberly thought about you tonight to introduce these products to you, but also to introduce an opportunity to those that may be looking for one. But before I go any further, if you are on this call tonight and you just wanted to hear about the products, you can definitely get back with Kimberly and place your order. But if you're like myself, you're like Kimberly, and you're saying, you know what, I want to know how I can become one of the 1,000 families that are going to make six figures in 2016, because we know without a shadow of a doubt that this is the year of miracles. The next part is for you. But before I go any further, I just so happen to have a gentleman on the line tonight that I am truly excited to be in business with and has a very powerful testimony. So I just want to check and see, do we have Donaldo on the line with us to share his testimony? Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
My story with Kimberly and her friend Lamar and all of that, but my story says this, ladies and gentlemen, a little over around January time, I really wanted to find, well, actually December time, I wanted to find a way to lose weight. As I laugh and tell my story, my situation was really this: I would walk around my home and sometimes take off my shirt, and my little kids, I have a 6-year-old daughter and 3-year-old twin boy and girl, and they would kind of laugh at me and say, "Good, Daddy, put your shirt back on," you know, and I know they did it out of laughter, but also it kind of got to me emotionally, like, okay, I got to change my life. So I went searching on a way to really try to find a way to lose weight. And a good friend of mine, Miss Valerie Davis, was actually doing a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I looked at it and I was like, no, this might not be true, this could be fake, probably this stuff doesn't work. But I said, you know what, let me reach out to her and give her a call, because I really want to know. I know Valerie is a person of dignity and truth, and I wanted to find out more about the product. And so I said, hey, Miss Davis, talk to me a little bit about your product. I said, I'm really trying to drop some weight. I want to be healthy this year, 2016. She gave me an opportunity to talk to me about the product, and then she started talking about the business, and I said, no, let's kind of wait a minute, but I want to try the product. She sent me the products in the mail, but as she was sending them in the mail, I started doing research on this company and found out there was a lot of people having success. So before I even tried the product getting in the mail, I said, Miss Davis, I want to position myself with the company. I went in and signed up and got a part of the company, and I said, because I really want to see if these products work, because if they work, I might have found the next thing that can change my family history. Well, fast forward that story, I started using the products on January the 6th, and January the 6th, as of February 20th, January 6th to February 20th, I was down 50 pounds using these products. And ever since, so there's a difference around my house now. When I take my shirt off, my kids kind of look differently, and I'm able to get them hugs that way, so I'm kind of excited. And the funny part, we're just getting started, and people are just literally blowing me up day by day, wanting to know how they can change their lives. It's funny right now, in the last 10 minutes, I got a text of people saying, hey, babe, what are you doing? Because I'm home in Virginia. They want me to try to stop by the house to introduce these products to them. So I'm excited about what we have, and I'm glad to be in business with my friend Kim and Lamar. Lamar is actually one of my fraternity brothers, so I'm glad to be in business
Donaldo, 50 pounds. Congratulations. That is truly exciting. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been able to hear how our products have changed Donaldo's life, and I tell you, they are changing lives around the entire globe. So let me just go ahead and quickly share with you a little bit about this compensation plan and how you can actually get yourself positioned tonight with Kimberly, Lamar, and really say yes to an opportunity that is about to explode this entire world. So let me start off with letting you know that what we have here is something a little different over here at Total Life Changes. See, for us, when we were working that job, when my husband had that corporate America job, and I don't know about you, I'm sure that everybody who works that 9 to 5 can kind of relate to this situation. My husband typically only came home with one paycheck. Well, imagine having 5 different checks coming into your household to take care of all of those bills. See, we ended up having a lot of bills going out. And when you think about the mortgage, the light bill, the car note, the gas bill, the food bill, I know that I could go on and on and on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we found that one way just wasn't enough. So what Total Life Changes offers is 5 different ways for you to take care of every single one of those bills. See, we have something unique here. It's called the 50-50-50-50 compensation plan. And you'll understand that in just a moment. I also want you to note that our comp plan pays out an industry high of about 65%. So let me go ahead and share with you this compensation plan. The first way that we get paid is very powerful. It's called our retail commission. So let me ask you this question again. All of you guests, King and Derica and Maria and Audrey and Miss Phillips, all of you on this line tonight, who do you know that wants to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? I'm sure that there are all kinds of names going through your head right now. Well, imagine this. When you say yes tonight to Kimberly, ladies and gentlemen, you now are going to be given a free, state-of-the-art website for you to build your business with. And every single time that someone goes to your website and they place an order for that NutriBurst or that ISOT or that NRG, you now are going to earn a 50% commission off of every single order that takes place on your website. But I want you to know it gets better. Because can you imagine right now, every day, put it in your pocket money? Because we actually keep these products on hand because we live in a microwave society. And people will actually want these products on demand. So you can actually be able to put hundreds to thousands of dollars in your pocket every single month just by retailing the product. Hand-to-hand sales is what we call it. So our retail is very, very strong. Now, the second way that we get paid is what we call our fast start bonus. I'm sure that all of Kimberly's guests like to make money fast and not slow. And so this is one of the ways that we are getting it done. One of the ways that we are paying those bills every single month. Now, here's what happens. This is your second 50%. When someone makes a decision to partner with you, they say, yes, I want to bring change around the world and introduce these products. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The company now is going to pay you a bonus. They're going to pay you anywhere between $50 all the way up to $750 every time someone says yes, depending on the product pack that they end up getting their business started with. So I tell you, the Fast Start bonus, absolutely phenomenal. And we're excited too because this is an industry high payout. Now, the third way that we get paid over here at TLC, this is where I really want you to pay attention because of the fact that Kimberly invited you on this very private call tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is her first call. And timing and positioning is everything. And she's giving you the opportunity to get in front of a movement, to be the people that are at the top of her organization. So here's what happens with this. This is called our hybrid binary. It's our residual income. You see, we have residual bills. Why not have residual income, which is income that you're going to get paid every single time, over and over and over again, from a one-time effort. So here's what happens. You make the decision to lock in your spot. Ladies and gentlemen, no one can take your place. I'm sure that all of you guests on this call tonight, Miss Phillips and Audrey, Maria, Derica, all of you, you know at least 2 people. Well, imagine this. All you need to do is place one on your left and one on your right to now activate this way of pay. Now, here's what's so powerful. We all only have a left and a right side. So there are going to be some people that end up falling down below you, who you have absolutely no idea who they are, but because you're on this call tonight and you send a text or a call to Kimberly and you say, lock in my spot, there's going to be some people that now become a part of your organization that you are going to be able to benefit from and get paid from every single week, because we get paid daily, weekly, and monthly here at TLC. Anywhere between 10% all the way up to 25% down through infinity, ladies and gentlemen. And so we're excited because on this one way of pay, you can earn up to $20,000 a week. So that is our hybrid binary. The fourth way that we get paid, extremely powerful. And what we love about this is that even though this is your business, you are not in business by yourself, because this is our check match. Now, this is our third 50%. And here's what's going to happen with this. When someone that you personally enroll into your business now gets paid every week on that binary, you now are going to get a 50% check match. For instance, ladies and gentlemen, let's say that my husband and I, that we personally enroll Kimberly and Lamar into our organization. And for the week, they earn a $3,000 bonus. Well, guess what? They are going to get their $3,000, but then Nate and Pam McCray are going to get a $1,500 bonus. But not only that, that's for every single person that we personally enroll. Now let's say that Kimberly goes out and they enroll King and Derica and Maria and Audrey and Miss Phillips, all the people that are listening in on this call tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, all of you would now become our second generation, because it gets better, because we also get a second generation check match. So now we are able to earn an additional 10% all the way up to 50% off of all of you who fall on the second level, in addition to the 50% that we're getting off of Kimberly and Lamar. Ladies and gentlemen, absolutely powerful. That is for up to a 100% check match that's being paid out over here at TLC. Now, the fifth way that we get paid, absolutely exciting, is called our lifestyle bonus. I'm sure that all of Kimberly Lamar's guests on this line tonight like to live a nice lifestyle. And guess what? TLC is going to make it easy for you to be able to do that, because they are now going to pay out a $1,500 monthly bonus. Once you reach the rank of a national director, you can take and do whatever you choose with this $1,500. So that is our phenomenal compensation plan. That is how you can say yes and also become one of the 1,000 families that actually makes this six figures in 2016. So I know that all of you guests on the line tonight are saying, okay, Pam, what do I need to do in order to lock in my spot, in order to solidify my position? Well, I want you to know there's a place for all of you guests to say yes tonight, because we have 8 different packages that you could choose from. And I always say, get in at the highest pack that you could possibly afford. The only difference is the amount of product that you're going to receive. So I want to start at the top. Note that all of these packages are going to give you that free state-of-the-art website for you to build your business immediately. So let me start at the top with our business builder packs, because a lot of times people like to get into businesses like this, and guess what? They want to penetrate the entire marketplace, and these 2 top packages are going to do exactly that. They also offer an added bonus where you're going to get an additional 5% to start off with on that binary. So instead of 10% as the other packages offer, you're going to now get 15%. So the first one is for $1,675. This is going to give you 150 packs of the ISOT. You can turn this one-time investment into about a $3,000 return just by retailing the product. The next pack is a multi-pack. This one's for $1,500. You're going to get 60 packs of tea and a lot of the products, so many more products than I even talked about on this call tonight. A variety pack of some powerful products in this pack. Now, you can turn that into about a $3,000 plus return also just by retailing these products. Then we have a couple $500 level packs. For $560, we have an all tea pack. This one is going to give you 50 packs of tea. And again, all of these packages are pretty much going to double your return on your investment. Then we have a multi-pack for $560. This one is going to give you 30 packs of tea, some NutriBurst, and some of that Delgado weight loss coffee. Then we have a couple $300 level packs. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said, if these are not fitting into your budget, just stay with me because there's a place for all of you to say yes tonight. So for $375, we have a slim down pack. This one's going to give you 2 bottles of the Resolution, some of the NRG, and also 10 packs of the IASO tea. Then we have a $350 multi-pack. Ladies and gentlemen, this pack doesn't have any of the tea, but it has a lot of the products that I shared with you on this call tonight. And also our next pack, $299. This is an all tea pack. This is going to give you 25 packs of the IASO tea. And I tell you, this product is going to come into your hands and leave it so quickly because we cannot keep this product in stock. But for $299, 25 packs of tea. And last but not least, we have the C Note pack. This is going to give you 10 packs of tea for about $110. And ladies and gentlemen, you are now in business and you have a little bit of product for you to try yourself and also to share. So that is how you can get into position. That is how you can lock in your spot tonight with Kimberly and with Lamar and say yes to change. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know one simple yes changed our life 16 months ago. And we are thankful that we said yes. And see, this project is called Project 1000 for 2 reasons. The first reason is that Kimberly and Lamar is launching this major project. And we know without a shadow of a doubt that we are going to put 1,000 families into this organization within the next 90 to 120 days. And guess what? They thought about you first to allow you to lock in these top positions and to get in front of the other people that are about to join their organization so that you can benefit first. But not only that, it's called Project 1000, and that's because we know that we are going to help 1,000 families make 6 figures in 2016. It's not a question of will we get it done. It's a question of will you be one. So ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly and Lamar think highly of you. And that's the reason why they invited you on this call tonight. To be honest with you, it is going to happen with or without you. We only hope that because you are so special to them, that you would say yes, and that you would say yes to change, say yes to changing your health and your wealth, and get in front of this movement. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pam McCray, a National Director here at Total Life Changes. It's been a pleasure and an honor presenting this information to you tonight. And go ahead, send that text message, make that phone call, and lock in your spot. So Kimberly, I'm going to go ahead and turn this call over to you and just allow you to share some closing words with your guests tonight.